President Biden hit a home run in the State of the Union. He may have completely changed the dynamic of the 2024 election, but it's the way he did it that should make Democrats hopeful. How do we know he was successful? Look at this clip from my interview with two great Democratic pollsters on my podcast, Beyond Politics. They just finished testing the reactions of a group of swing voters watching the State of the Union. And here's what they found that really jumped out.
Right before and after the speech, we asked participants, how do you feel about the direction of the country? How do you feel about Biden? Some attributes about Biden. And we just saw all those numbers really swing in a very big positive direction.
Strong leader, moved by 30%, with a lot of move up in intensity to people who think the word strong leader describes Joe Biden really well.
We gave a list of emotions about how you feel about the state of the country. And one of the primary ones was exhausted. And after the speech, we saw a secondary one that was hopeful.
Presidential campaigns really care about that strong leader number. It's huge. So that alone made the speech a slam dunk. But on top of that, do you know how hard it is in politics today to both come across as a strong leader and make people feel hopeful? It's threading the needle. So how did he do it? This is what should make Democrats feel great because it's a tested formula in politics. Be an alpha. That doesn't mean the fake macho Trump MAGA thing where he mean mugs for the camera and calls people names.
Crooked Hillary, Sloppy Steve, Little Marco, Little Rocket Man, Lion Ted Cruz, the failing New York Times, Little Katie, Pocahontas.
Just stand up to the people who want to do bad things. Say what they want to do and say what you want to do. Hit them. 14 times in that speech, Biden went right at Trump, calling him my predecessor. We have the video from the dial test that those pollsters did. Watch how he does this. What happens when Biden stands up to Trump and calls him out? And pay the most attention to the green line, which represents swing voters under the age of 40.
Now my predecessor, a former Republican president, tells Putin, quote, do whatever the hell you want. My predecessor and some of you here seek to bury the truth about January 6th. My predecessor came to office determined to see Roe v. Wade overturned. He's the reason it was overturned. Many of you in this chamber and my predecessor are promising to pass a national ban on reproductive freedom. My God, what freedom else would you take away? A president, my predecessor, failed the most basic presidential duty that he owes to American people, the duty to care. Past administrations, including my predecessor, including some Democrats as well in the past, failed to buy American. My predecessor and many in this chamber want to take this prescription drug away. We stopped you 50 times before and we'll stop you again. This bill would save lives and bring order to the border. I'm told my predecessor called members of Congress in the Senate to demand they block the bill. And if my predecessor is watching, instead of paying politics, join me in telling the Congress to pass it. Unlike my predecessor on my first day in office, I introduced a comprehensive bill to fix our immigration system. But unlike my predecessor, I know who we are as Americans. My predecessor told the NRA he's proud he did nothing on guns when he was president. Oof. For all his tough talk on China, it never occurred to my predecessor to do any of that.
Swing voters under the age of 40 react very positively, and all of these swing voters come away telling pollsters that their view of Joe Biden as a strong leader has now gone off the charts. Look, it can be demoralizing when we see so many Americans saying that they support Trump. They don't quite remember the horror of what he is and what he's done. Joe Biden showed that he knows the playbook for reminding people who Trump is and who he is. It works, and that should make all of us a lot more hopeful.